All right, everybody, time for another 5 on Friday. Hey, I appreciate you guys bringing the questions to me. You bring the questions, I'll provide the answers. So I appreciate it. So let's get started with this. First of all, I want to, before we get going here, talk about the business aspect of the landscape business, because I keep getting a lot of comments on the channel about the fact that I delve a little more into the business than the technical end of it. I do that on purpose because I know there's a lot of guys out there already doing the technical end of the landscape business. So yeah, we have a lot of mowers and trucks and trailers and stuff like that, but I do focus on the business end of it because I think that that's an area that maybe might need some a little bit of help in our industry. So I appreciate those comments. I appreciate everybody talking to me about that in the comment area, and let's move on. So it's Friday. I love Friday. So the first question is from Granger Lawn Care, and basically what he said was, enjoy the videos. At what point should a solo operator with gross aspirations make the next step in hiring 1 or 2 guys? Biggest fear is biting off more than I can chew, either with too much work and not enough help to complete said work, or hiring guys and not having enough work to keep them busy. Keeps me up at night. I'm going to ask you a question. What would happen if you're a solo operator and you broke your leg? Think about that for a minute. I actually know how that works because I broke my leg. We had only had a couple of people working for us, and I was out of commission for almost the entire summer. We almost lost the business. This was quite a while ago, and we only had a couple of people working for us. So at that point, I realized that, I have to have other people working for me if I want to grow my business, if I need to make this business more of a viable company, something that's worth something someday. So I think it's important to hire other people when you're ready, but don't wait. Don't wait forever, because listen, you're going to need to eventually hire people. So don't let it keep you up at night. The worst thing that can possibly happen is, hey, they don't work out, right? So you have to let them go, or you have to part ways, or whatever. But it's a good idea to get in the habit. You're eventually going to grow yourself out of a one-man operation if you want to grow your business. Okay, I know a lot of people here are watching because they want to grow their business. So when is the first step, and when can you approach that? You can approach that right out the gate, or you can approach it after you've been in business for a while. But I think once you get to a point where you're not able to keep up with the work for yourself, or you're just looking around and getting a lot of opportunities out there, then I think it's a good time to start thinking about hiring somebody else, even if you go part-time. But I always think that it's best to hire a full-time person, bring them on, and you will watch your company grow, especially if you get the right person. Okay, so thanks for that question. I appreciate it. Question number 2. Keep the good videos coming. YouTube needs more content like yours that discuss the business side versus the technical side of the trade, and that's what I'm talking about. I keep getting these types of comments, so I appreciate that, man. This is from Peter Willett. You've mentioned that you guys use LMN, which is our landscape software that we use at our company. Do you think it's worth implementing when you're a small 2 to 3 person company? You mentioned financials and companies actually knowing their numbers and showing a healthy profit. Is LMN a good step towards this? LMN is a great program. I love it. It's not super expensive, and I think for a smaller company, if you really want to get, I guess starting out of the gate with something like that is a little bit easier than having 25, 30, 50, 100 employees and then trying to implement it. What's cool about LMN is you can go month by month on it, so you don't have to make long-term commitments, so you can give it a shot. And I think it's a great program. I really do. I get nothing for this. I'm not affiliated with them in any way other than the fact that I use their software, and I believe in it, and I think it's really cool. So I use it for our budgeting. I use it for our estimating. Any software that you use is going to cost some money. So I think it's a viable solution for you if you're a smaller company. Give it a shot. Thank you, LMN, and you're welcome, LMN. Jim Spielman, question number 3. All right. I watch your videos, enjoy your input. You've mentioned that you really enjoy doing these videos. Besides that, what does your company gain from them? I don't gain anything from these. I gain 0. My company isn't gaining anything at this point because obviously I don't have a lot of subs. I don't have a lot of followers. I gain about as much as I did when I used to write for magazines for free. I think that if you're constantly trying to come up with a personal brand in addition to your company brand, I think social media is where it's at. I really believe in it. I just enjoy doing this. I'm not expecting a lot out of it at this point. I'm not looking for a lot out of what I'm doing right now. I get zero from it. Other than your comments, which totally keep me going and they keep me want to keep doing this. I think that our industry needs professionalism. I think that our industry needs to have some champions of, hey, we are more than just guys with mowers cutting grass, okay? So we need to up our game. And if I can help that somehow, that would be great through this channel. Now, in addition to that, I've done a lot of public speaking. I write for Turf Magazine. I do a column every month for that. And, some of it now I get paid for. So I didn't expect that when I first started doing that, just like I don't expect it from this. I get my money from my business. My business makes my money. YouTube is this is something I'm doing that I enjoy, that I really like to do, and that I would hope that will parlay and turn into something else that will help grow my company, grow my personal brand, maybe get me some more speaking gigs, maybe get me some more writing gigs. I enjoy that. I enjoy the hell out of that. I love to fly in an airplane and go somewhere and speak. It's super cool to meet other people out there. I'm not, at this point, not sure what I'm going to get out of this platform. I'm learning as I go, so I'm getting a little bit of an education from it. And I just think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to continue to do it, but that's a great question. I really think that at this point, people look and say, well, okay, you've been in business for a long time. And yeah, with my company, I expect to get paid for what I do. I expect to get paid. I expect our customers to pay us for what we do. But I've been doing that for 30 years. I've only been doing YouTube for less than a year. So I can't expect a lot of money or monetary gain from something like this when I haven't been doing it that long. I'm a newbie, I am not Casey Neistat or Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm not even in that same pool. So I'm expecting nothing at this point. Thanks for that question. I really thought it was a great question. All right, Brandon Spangler. I'm gonna answer two questions in one here because they basically are both asking the same thing. What's the best way to approach large office buildings or warehouses in order to talk to someone about placing a bid? Hugo Garcia asked how to obtain commercial properties. So let's talk about commercial work. How do you get in there? Well, there's various ways. Number one, try to do a good job. But on the accounts that you're already doing, have a good reputation. But number two, knock on some doors. I don't want to hear, oh, cold calling doesn't work. Cold calling works. Believe me, it works. I'll do a video about that at some point, about how I sold a ton of work cold calling. Especially when you're in the commercial world, you're trying to break into that. Go knock on some doors. Every McDonald's, every Burger King, every office building, every basically building, commercial property out there that has grass is a potential client. So there's usually a facility manager on site, there's usually a manager, there's an owner. You have to go knock on some doors, say, hey, get yourself a little marketing piece, something that's simple. I'm going to actually show you some of that in another video. I have some cool marketing pieces. So get yourself some marketing. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. Drop off a card, say, hey, I'm interested in bidding your property. I do another property down the road, whether it's a residential or a commercial, it doesn't matter. We do other properties in your area. Give us a shot, okay? Commercial properties, they're tough to get into. So you have to really make some inroads. I think cold calling is a good way to start. There's so many other avenues. Approaching management companies, getting involved in your Chamber of Commerce, getting involved in BOMA, getting involved in other things like that. But to start, try with a couple cold calls in the areas you're already working. Finally, how do you market your business? And this is from David Bolanos. How do you market your business? Postcards, online, thanks. And what has been your most profitable advertising method? Websites, that's from Landscape Lifestyle. Again, we do a little bit of social media. We have a website. Word of mouth is really a big thing for us. We have a lot of clients that we've basically used for or that have used us for years, and word of mouth works pretty well. Cold calling did a lot of that. I actually have a person that's out, knocking on doors every day for me, dropping off flyers, trying to get appointments, phone calls, emails, looking at websites, trying to get contact information off of websites. Postcards, we've put postcards out. We don't do a lot of the design build work or anything, so we're primarily commercial maintenance. So we're going to have a little bit of a different approach to that than maybe someone like my brother that's a design build firm, and they do a little more personal advertising and magazines and things like that. We've done the magazine advertising, haven't had a whole lot of success with that. But really, I think the biggest thing is just, you can scour the web. You can try to find, if you have HOAs in your area, homeowner associations, you can look and see. They usually have their board members listed on there, so you can check that out. Other than that, like I said, cold calling is a good way to do it. Postcards work. Target an area, target a zip code, and go that route. So that's it. 5 on Friday. I appreciate it. Please keep asking questions in the comments. You guys ask questions. I appreciate it. I really do. I enjoy doing it. I'll be glad to do more next week. And also I'm working on another day in the life video. I'm hoping to get that out here today or tomorrow. And it's just been crazy. I was sick as a dog last week. So this week I kind of was getting back caught up. So thanks again for watching. If you can share this, cool. Share it with some friends. Share it with whoever. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. And, a little thumbs up would be nice. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. You're going to grow your company. I know you are. And we'll see you next time.